The Galactic Council chambers echoed with laughter and scorn as the representative from Earth, General Arthur Klein, presented his planet's application for a seat among the star's governing elite. The Council, a diverse collective of alien civilizations, viewed Earth as an insignificant speck in the broader cosmic arena, hardly worthy of participating in high-level deliberations that shaped the galaxy. General Klein, a veteran of Earth's clandestine space operations, stood resolute amidst the derision, his sharp gaze scanning the assembly of alien delegates. Their dismissiveness was palpable, their sneers a clear underestimation of human resolve and ingenuity. They ridiculed Earth's technology as primitive, and its military as laughable compared to their hyper-advanced arsenals. However, unbeknownst to them, Earth had not come to the Council with hat in hand, but with a hidden ace up its sleeve. Deep within the shadowy craters of Jupiter's moons, humanity had been silently building its response to alien condescension, a stealth fleet like no other. These ships, engineered from the ground up with revolutionary cloaking technology, were invisible not only to radar but to the naked eye, capable of bypassing the most sophisticated detection systems in the galaxy. General Klein returned to Earth, his spirit undeterred by the Council's mockery. He convened with his top advisors and engineers in a secure facility orbiting Earth, where the final touches on the stealth fleet were being perfected. The fleet comprised hundreds of ships, each equipped with energy shields, electromagnetic pulse cannons, and quantum computers capable of hacking into alien technology. The plan was audacious and fraught with risk: to decloak the fleet in a dramatic show of force during the Council's next summit. This display would serve as a dual demonstration of Earth's technological prowess and its readiness to defend its dignity and position in the cosmos with formidable military might. As the fleet's final drills were conducted in the remote voids of the solar system, General Klein reviewed the operational protocols. Each ship's crew was handpicked for their expertise and unyielding loyalty to Earth's cause. The stealth technology was tested and retested, ensuring that the fleet could emerge from invisibility with synchronized precision. Back on Earth, news of the upcoming Council summit stirred a mix of anxiety and anticipation. The populace, long kept in the dark about the stealth fleet, remained unaware of the high-stakes gamble their leaders were poised to undertake. Meanwhile, General Klein prepared his address to the Galactic Council, a speech that would need to convey not just a plea for recognition, but a veiled warning against further scorn. The days leading up to the summit were tense, with strategic meetings often stretching into the early hours. The world's fate might well depend on the success of Klein's daring strategy. As the fleet set course for the Council's starbase, cloaked and silent like specters in the night, Earth held its breath, ready to reveal its true capabilities to a galaxy that had mocked it for far too long. General Arthur Klein oversaw operations from the command center aboard the stealth ship, Phantom. The atmosphere was charged with a palpable tension, reflecting the critical nature of their mission. Around him, the crew busied themselves with the final checks, ensuring that every system, especially the revolutionary cloaking technology, was functioning flawlessly. This technology was Earth's answer to decades of interstellar condescension. Developed in secret, the cloaking devices employed advanced algorithms to bend light and other electromagnetic waves around the ships, rendering them invisible to both the eye and sensors. Today, these ships would not just evade detection, they would make a grand entrance that the Galactic Council would never forget. Klein communicated quietly with his fleet, a collection of ships positioned strategically across the edges of the Council's starbase perimeter. Remember, the element of surprise is our greatest weapon. We stay hidden until the moment is right, he instructed, his voice calm but authoritative. The crew of the Phantom and its sister ships understood the gravity of their task. Their ships, each named after ethereal and elusive specters, mirrored the ghostly approach they were about to take. The Wraith, the Spectre, and the Shadow lay in wait, hidden from view by the same technology that had been mocked by the galaxy's elite as a mere fantasy. As the summit proceeded, the Council members debated and laughed, secure in their belief that the universe's affairs were theirs to control without concern for the young race of humans. Little did they know, just beyond their sensors, Earth's fleet was poised to challenge this arrogance. Back on Earth, the global audience was unaware of the specifics of the operation, but knew that their representatives were making a pivotal stand. The general public's anticipation grew, fueled by rumors and hopeful expectations that Earth would finally earn its place on the galactic stage. General Klein watched the live feed of the summit, waiting for the precise moment to act. As the Council's laughter echoed through the transmission, dismissing yet another plea from a smaller system for fair trade rights, Klein's resolve hardened. "Prepare to decloak on my mark," he whispered, his finger hovering over the command button. In space, the silence was absolute. But aboard the ships of Earth's stealth fleet, the energy was one of coiled readiness. Crew members stood by their stations, eyes fixed on their instruments or the calm face of their commander, waiting for the signal that would send ripples across the galaxy. Klein's voice finally broke the silence, crisp and clear. "Decloak now." In an instant, the Phantom and its ghostly companions shimmered into visibility, their advanced weapon systems targeting the starbase, though holding fire. The sudden appearance of the fleet caused a wave of alarm to ripple through the Council's security channels, which flickered with urgent signals. On the summit's live feed, confusion turned to shock as the Council members were informed of the unknown fleet's sudden emergence. Earth's fleet, once invisible and underestimated, now stood bold and defiant, a stark revelation to those who had doubted their capabilities. General Klein's message was broadcast across all channels, reaching every corner of the starbase and beyond. "This is General Arthur Klein of the Earth Federation. We have come for recognition, not conquest. Ignore us no longer." This dramatic unveiling marked a turning point, not only in the summit, but in the history of Earth's interstellar relations. The stealth fleet, once cloaked in shadow and silence, had declared its presence with undeniable clarity, ready to negotiate from a position of newfound strength. As the delegates of the Galactic Council convened, a multitude of species from across the stars gathered in the grand auditorium of the orbiting starbase to debate and dictate the course of interstellar law. Unbeknownst to them, Earth's stealth fleet, led by General Arthur Klein aboard the Phantom, lay hidden in the shadows of nearby asteroids. General Klein observed the summit proceedings via secure feed, his expression unreadable. The delegates, alien figures of varying shapes and sizes, discussed treaties and trade with laughter and mutual congratulations, completely unaware of the impending upheaval. Klein's hand hovered over the console, the moment to reveal their presence drawing near. "Steady," he murmured to his crew, the tension palpable on the bridge. "On my command." The Council's president, a tall, imposing figure with luminous skin, dismissed a plea from a smaller colony seeking protection against piracy. Their plight was met with bureaucratic indifference, a decision that resonated deeply with Klein. It underscored the Council's disregard for the less powerful members of the galaxy, a sentiment Earth had known all too well. "Decloak now," Klein ordered, his voice a calm contrast to the storm he was about to unleash. In an instant, the Phantom and its sister ships faded into visibility, their advanced cloaking devices disengaging with synchronized precision. The ships appeared as if conjured from thin air, surrounding the starbase in a silent, formidable display of power. The reaction was immediate and chaotic. Alarms blared across the starbase as the Council's security system scrambled to respond. Delegates turned their eyes toward the view screens, which now showed the encircling Earth fleet. A collective gasp filled the chamber, followed by a flurry of hushed and not-so-hushed conversations. From his ship, General Klein initiated a broadcast, his image and voice transmitted directly into the Council auditorium. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council," he began, his tone firm yet devoid of aggression, "this is General Arthur Klein of the Earth Defense Fleet. We have come to demonstrate that we are not merely observers in this galaxy. We seek active participation and recognition within this council." The council president, regaining composure, responded with a diplomatic veneer, albeit shaken. "General Klein, this is highly irregular and confrontational. Why have you taken such drastic measures?" Klein's reply was measured. "For too long, Earth has been overlooked and underestimated by this council. We were forced to show our capabilities in a manner that could not be ignored. We wish for peace and cooperation, but we demand respect and recognition. The summit, now in an unprecedented state of disorder, was forced to adjourn. Council members, previously dismissive of Earth, now engaged in heated debates about the implications of this new, undeniable power in their midst. Back on the Phantom, Klein watched the proceedings with a strategic eye. The fleet remained on high alert, their weapons systems armed but inactive, a silent testament to their readiness to defend their position if necessary. This bold act of decloaking was not an act of war, but a calculated step towards reshaping galactic perceptions and policies. As the Council reeled from the shock, plans were hastily drawn to reconvene and address this unexpected development. Earth had changed the game, not with a battle, but with an undeniable demonstration of their presence and power. The stealth fleet, once hidden in the shadows, now cast a long shadow over the Council's future deliberations. The Galactic Council chambers were in disarray, a stark contrast to the usual order and decorum. General Arthur Klein's audacious display had forced an emergency session. Council members, once aloof, now sat around the holographic round table, their faces etched with concern and disbelief. From the bridge of the Phantom, General Klein watched as the Council struggled to formulate a response. He had their attention now, and it was time to press the advantage. "Prepare for my address," he instructed his communications officer, who nodded and set the transmission protocols. As the Council's president called the session to order, Klein's image flickered into existence above the table. The murmur of voices quieted. "Esteemed members," Klein began, his voice resolute, "I come before you not as an aggressor, but as a guardian of Earth's sovereignty and dignity." He paused, ensuring his next words would resonate. "You have one cycle to deliberate and decide. Recognize Earth as a sovereign member of the Galactic Council, with full rights and responsibilities, or face the consequences of our exclusion. Our fleet remains positioned as a reminder of our capabilities, not our intentions." The threat was implicit, and its delivery was calm but firm. Around the holographic table, the Council members exchanged glances, their earlier condescension replaced by a newfound respect mixed with fear. The President, a seasoned diplomat from the Rigel system, addressed Klein. "Your actions are unprecedented, General, but they are clear. We will deliberate with the urgency this situation demands." The transmission ended and Klein turned to his crew. "Maintain readiness, but hold all actions. Let them sweat the decision." Around him, the crew members manned their stations, the weight of the moment not lost on any of them. On Earth, news of the standoff spread rapidly. Governments and citizens alike watched with bated breath, pride mingling with anxiety over the possible outcomes. General Klein had played Earth's hand. Now it was up to the Council to respond. The Council convened in closed sessions, the debates intense and fraught with implications. Some members pushed for immediate military response, unwilling to bend to what they saw as extortion. Others advocated for diplomacy, recognizing that Earth's technological prowess could offer much to the galaxy in terms of alliances and advancements. As the Council's deadline approached, emissaries from various civilizations reached out to Klein, seeking to understand Earth's long-term intentions. Klein was clear. Earth sought partnership and respect, not conflict. Each conversation was measured, each word calculated to reinforce Earth's position as a new power. Finally, the Council reached its decision. The President once again addressed Klein via a secure channel. "General Klein, the Council has deliberated and reached a consensus. We are prepared to offer Earth provisional membership, with the expectation of full membership following a trial period of cooperation and contribution." Klein, knowing this was the best outcome Earth could hope for under the circumstances, accepted. "We agree to these terms," he responded. "Earth looks forward to proving its value to the Council and the galaxy." As the connection ended, Klein allowed himself a moment of satisfaction. The stealth fleet had decloaked not just to reveal its ships, but to unveil a new chapter for Earth in the cosmic saga. This was the beginning of Earth's journey from isolation to influence, a journey watched eagerly by billions across the planet. Following General Klein's acceptance of the Galactic Council's offer, the atmosphere within the stealth fleet shifted from tense anticipation to vigilant observation. While the Council had agreed to grant Earth provisional membership, Klein was well aware that not all members welcomed this decision. The fleet remained in position around the Council's starbase, a silent guardian as the Council formalized Earth's new status. As the delegates debated the final terms of Earth's membership, a faction within the Galactic Council, led by representatives from the Zeta and Draconis systems, harbored deep resentment. Viewing Earth's forceful negotiation as a threat to the established order, they clandestinely planned a counterstrike to undermine Earth's position and force the withdrawal of human forces. Under the cover of diplomatic immunities and hidden from the watchful censors of Earth's fleet, these dissenting members initiated a covert operation. They dispatched a squadron of stealth fighters, hoping to disable the human ships by targeting their propulsion systems, which would effectively strand them and demonstrate the Council's resolve not to be intimidated. However, General Klein, ever the strategist, had anticipated potential backlash and had countermeasures in place. Earth's engineers had developed a network of surveillance drones deployed in a discrete perimeter around the fleet. These drones, equipped with advanced detection technologies, identified the approaching stealth fighters long before they could pose a real threat. With calm efficiency, the Earth fleet neutralized the threat. Using non-lethal electromagnetic pulses, they disabled the fighters without a single shot fired, capturing them in a tractor beam and towing them into the hangar of the Phantom. The pilots, now prisoners of war, were treated with respect but detained for security. This decisive action sent a clear message to the rest of the Council. Earth was prepared to defend its interests while adhering to the principles of diplomacy and restraint. General Klein addressed the Council once more, this time broadcasting the images of the captured fighters and their pilots. "Members of the Galactic Council," Klein began, his tone firm but fair, "this attempt to undermine the peace process will not deter us. We extend the hand of peace, but let it be known that we will not tolerate acts of aggression against us." The revelation of the coup attempt and Earth's handling of the situation swayed the broader Council opinion in Earth's favor. Many delegates, previously skeptical or indifferent, voiced their support for Earth's membership, impressed by their technological capabilities and their commitment to galactic stability. In the ensuing discussions, the Council voted overwhelmingly to expedite Earth's full membership, seeing it as a means to strengthen the Council's unity and enhance its defensive strategies. The Zeta and Draconis representatives, isolated and embarrassed by their failure, reluctantly conceded, their plans thwarted and their influence diminished. As Earth's flags were raised alongside those of other galactic powers within the Council's chambers, General Klein watched from aboard the Phantom. The siege, though fraught with risk, had solidified Earth's place within the galactic community, not just as a member, but as a respected and influential voice. With Earth's membership fast-tracked after thwarting the attack, General Klein focused on leveraging his new position to foster alliances and secure Earth's status within the Galactic Council. The events had catapulted Earth from a position of mockery to one of respect, and Klein was intent on capitalizing on this momentum. From his temporary office aboard the Phantom, now docked at the Council's starbase, Klein orchestrated a series of diplomatic meetings with various alien delegates. Each meeting was an opportunity to showcase Earth's commitment to galactic peace and cooperation, as well as to underline the technological advancements humanity could bring to the table. One by one, delegates from systems both major and minor made their way to the Phantom. They were greeted not just by the sight of Earth's advanced technology, but by General Klein's diplomatic acumen. Klein, aware of each species' cultural nuances, engaged them with a mix of Earth's charm and strategic foresight. He discussed trade agreements, shared defense initiatives, and scientific exchanges, proposing a future where Earth was a central hub in the interstellar network. Meanwhile, news of Earth's rise and the recent conflict spread throughout the galaxy. Media outlets, both human and alien, buzzed with stories of the stealth fleet's unveiling and the dramatic capture of the Zeta and Draconis fighters. Public opinion, once skeptical of Earth's place in the stars, began to shift, seeing Klein not just as a military strategist but as a visionary leader. As Klein navigated these diplomatic waters, he also dealt with the internal politics of the Council. The factions that had opposed Earth's membership were still present, though their open hostility had lessened. Klein knew that true acceptance would require more than just a show of strength. It would need careful cultivation of relationships and trust. To this end, he invited leaders of various key systems to join him in drafting a new framework for mutual defense. This treaty would not only bind Earth to these systems in a formal alliance, but would also serve as a testament to Earth's dedication to mutual security and prosperity. The negotiations were intense, with each leader bringing their own expectations and reservations to the table. After several rounds of talks, an agreement was reached. The treaty was a landmark achievement, signaling a new era of cooperation. It also served to isolate the remaining dissenters within the Council, as more members saw the benefits of aligning with Earth. The signing ceremony was broadcast across the galaxy, with General Klein and the other signatories presenting a united front. Today, we not only sign a treaty, Klein addressed the gathered audience and countless viewers, we begin a journey together toward a safer, more prosperous galaxy. Earth is proud to stand with you all. This display of unity and the strategic partnerships formed in the aftermath of Earth's dramatic entrance into galactic politics solidified Klein's reputation as a diplomat and a peacemaker. As Earth's influence grew, so did Klein's stature, both at home and among the stars, marking a turning point in human-alien relations. The newfound alliances and Earth's strategic positioning within the Galactic Council began to reshape the interstellar landscape. General Arthur Klein, now recognized as a key figure in galactic affairs, turned his attention to the broader implications of Earth's membership. With Earth's influence solidified, Klein aimed to advocate for reforms that would benefit smaller, less represented civilizations within the Council. Klein proposed a series of policies designed to ensure fair trade, equal representation, and shared technological advancements, challenging the long-standing power dynamics that had favored the more dominant systems. His initiatives were met with resistance from some of the older members of the Council, who were reluctant to relinquish their control. However, the alliances Earth had formed provided the necessary support to counterbalance this opposition. During a pivotal session of the Council, Klein addressed the Assembly, his speech broadcasted across countless systems. "We stand at a crossroads," Klein began, his voice resonant and commanding. "We can continue down the path of disparity and division, or we can forge a new path, one of equality and collaboration. Earth has shown its capability and intent. Now, let us use our position to uplift all members of this Council." His words struck a chord, particularly with the smaller member states who had long felt overshadowed by the more powerful planets. Debates ensued, stretching over several sessions, with Klein and his team navigating the complex political landscape, negotiating and reshaping the proposals to gather wider support. Amidst these diplomatic efforts, Klein received intelligence about a covert movement led by remnants of the Zeta and Draconis systems, aimed at undermining Earth's initiatives. Using a combination of diplomacy and discreet military pressure, Klein managed to expose this plot to the Council, further diminishing the standing of his opponents and reinforcing the need for his proposed reforms. As the Council voted on the new policies, the majority swung in favor of Klein's reforms. The passage of these policies marked a significant shift in Council dynamics, empowering smaller civilizations and redistributing resources more equitably across the galaxy. The reforms also instituted a new defense protocol, coordinated by Earth, to protect all member systems equally. The success of these policies elevated Earth's status from a newcomer to a central hub of activity and diplomacy. Klein, once a military general, now found himself as a respected statesman, his efforts reshaping not just Earth's future, but that of the entire galaxy. With Earth at the forefront of galactic affairs, Klein continued to push for advancements and unity. His leadership inspired a wave of innovation and cooperation that spread through the Council, ushering in a golden age of prosperity and peace. Earth's journey from isolation to galactic prominence was complete, and Klein's vision of a united galactic community was now a tangible reality. With the successful implementation of the new reforms and the establishment of Earth as a central figure in the Galactic Council, General Arthur Klein witnessed the dawn of a new era in interstellar relations. The once mocked and underestimated planet had not only secured its place, but had become a beacon of diplomacy and innovation. The Council, now more inclusive and equitable thanks to Klein's initiatives, began to see a surge in collaborative projects. Technologies once hoarded by the more powerful members were shared in a collective pool, aiding in the development of lesser-developed planets and fostering a sense of community across the galaxy. Earth became the site for the newly established Interstellar Research and Peace Institute, a massive complex that served as the heart of scientific exchange and diplomatic training. General Klein, having retired from his military duties, was appointed as the first director of the institute, a role he accepted with a vision to mold future leaders and innovators who would continue to uphold and expand the principles of fairness and mutual respect. The institute quickly became a melting pot of cultures and ideas, with scholars, diplomats, and scientists from various parts of the galaxy coming together to work on joint ventures. These projects ranged from space exploration and environmental restoration to advanced defense systems and artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, back on Earth, societies transformed under the influx of alien technologies and philosophies. New industries emerged, centered around the production and refinement of interstellar technologies. Education systems were revamped to include galactic studies and languages, preparing the younger generations for a future where Earth was part of a larger cosmic community. General Klein often walked the grounds of the Institute, reflecting on the journey that had led humanity to this point. He interacted with students and faculty, shared stories of the early days of Earth's foray into the galactic scene, and discussed his hopes for the future. His leadership and wisdom were not just shaping current policies, but inspiring a new ethos among the stars. As Earth's influence grew, so did its responsibilities. Klein's diplomatic acumen continued to be tested as new challenges emerged: disputes between member states, piracy at the fringes of the galaxy, and the threat of rogue AI. Each issue was met with the same level of dedication and insight that had characterized Earth's rise. The legacy of General Klein and the Stealth Fleet's dramatic debut was evident not just in the physical and political changes, but in the cultural shifts that had occurred. Humanity was no longer seen as an outsider, but as an integral leader within the galactic community. The mocking tones of the past had been replaced by respect and often admiration. The story of Earth's emergence as a galactic power was chronicled in a best-selling memoir penned by Klein, which became a manual for aspiring leaders across the universe. His narrative of resilience, innovation, and strategic diplomacy served as a blueprint for navigating the complex landscape of galactic politics. In the closing chapter of his career, General Klein looked out from his office at the bustling campus below, a testament to Earth's vibrant role in the galaxy. He had not only witnessed, but had been pivotal in guiding humanity from isolation to a beacon of unity and progress. The once distant stars were now part of Earth's extended community, each one holding the promise of new adventures and enduring peace.